To generate more horsepower from an internal combustion engine, you have to do one specific thing: turn it faster. Given a limited engine size, increasing the RPM, the revolutions per minute, is the most direct mathematical path to producing more power. Inside that engine, a system called a valve train controls the flow of air and fuel. A rotating metal shaft known as a camshaft pushes down on a metal valve, forcing it open to let the explosive fuel mixture into the cylinder. But that valve can't stay open. To perfectly seal the combustion chamber and capture the energy of the explosion, the valve has to snap shut instantly. Traditionally, engineers relied on a heavy, nested steel coil spring pushing back against the camshaft to force the valve closed. This mechanical setup works for standard commuter vehicles, but as a racing engine's speed approaches 15,000 RPM, those steel springs hit a physical ceiling that traditional materials cannot overcome. The problem lies in the metal itself. At extreme velocities, the physical mass and the inherent inertia of a solid steel spring becomes the engine's worst enemy. When a heavy steel spring is forced to compress and expand hundreds of times a second, it enters a state of resonance known as surge. High-speed photography shows the coils actually behave like a slinky, violently bouncing and vibrating until they no longer make contact at the ends. This resonance causes valve float. The vibrating spring completely loses its grip on the camshaft's timing, leaving the valve hanging open. Inside a cylinder firing thousands of times a minute, those milliseconds are fatal. The rising metal piston slams upward into the open valve, violently shattering both components and instantly destroying the engine. Early builders tried everything to mitigate this failure. They nested up to 3 concentric springs inside each other just to dampen the internal vibrations. In professional drag racing, the sheer stress on the valve train meant mechanics were forced to pull the engines apart and replace the fatigued steel springs after every single run. Fighting metal fatigue with more metal was a losing battle. To push racing engines past 15,000 RPM, engineers had to completely abandon physical steel springs. In 1986, the Renault Formula One team built a way around the problem. To handle the massive dynamic loads of their turbocharged V6 engines, they pioneered the pneumatic valve return system. Instead of using a 35-gram coiled steel spring, the Renault engineers swapped in a completely different mechanism, a sealed cylinder containing a tiny piston and only 8 grams of pressurized nitrogen gas. When the camshaft opens the valve, it compresses the nitrogen to 150 psi. As the cam rotates, the gas violently expands, closing the valve perfectly. Having zero mass and inertia, the nitrogen entirely eliminates that destructive slinky resonance. Maintaining this weightless spring requires a highly sensitive support network. The entire system relies on an onboard high-pressure nitrogen reservoir, precision pressure regulators, and specialized PTFE graphite seals that maintain a gas-tight environment while the valve reciprocates 150 times every single second. Operating at this speed leaves a razor-thin margin of error. Because the gas is the only thing returning the valve, if a seal degrades and the pressure drops for even a fraction of a second, the valve will float. The piston will strike it, and the engine will tear itself apart. Replacing steel with compressed nitrogen solved the resonance problem, but it exposed the engine to a massive secondary crisis: hellish friction. Cycling metal parts at 20,000 RPM induces boundary lubrication failure. Under these extreme operational speeds and temperatures, standard engine oils physically break down and shear away, threatening to melt the internal components. To survive the heat, engineers turned to chemistry. They coated the hyper-stressed valve train components with a diamond-like carbon, or DLC, film. This treatment is bonded directly to the metal surfaces at a molecular level. DLC possesses 2 critical physical properties. First, it offers a hardness exceeding 2,000 on the Vickers scale, which rivals natural diamond. Second, it yields an incredibly slick, low-friction surface finish that requires almost no liquid oil to slide smoothly. This microscopic layer of synthetic diamond acts as an invisible armor. It is the only thing preventing the pneumatic valve train components from scuffing, overheating, and permanently welding together mid-race. By pairing the weightless return force of pressurized gas with the extreme durability of molecular diamond coatings, professional racing engines safely shattered the 15,000 RPM barrier. Today, Formula One and MotoGP power units routinely scream up to 20,000 RPM, extracting well over 1,000 horsepower from strictly limited engine displacements. The brute force engineering of the past relied on heavy, fatiguing steel coils that physically tore themselves apart. To advance, engine builders replaced solid metal with a highly orchestrated dance of weightless gas and synthetic diamond. Modern high-performance engines bypass the material limits of the past through precise mechanical synchronicity. By replacing heavy steel coils with weightless gas and synthetic diamond, they have turned 20,000 RPM from a point of failure into a repeatable standard of power.